All right, y'all. So I am back to the shop. Super thankful that Timmy took me back. I wasn't really disrespectful about it when I did quit. Like, I shook his hand and everything. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I just wasn't happy here. I was getting into arguments with Dad and everything, and I was just worried I was going to ruin my relationship with Dad, this and that, blah, blah, but who cares? I'm back at the shop, and what we're going to do is we're going to finish up this bad boy. So, Dad finally got in the beloved cam bearings. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's supposed to be 9, so we might have an issue. But, we got all 9, or 30. We got 32 of them. I'll pop this thing out. Everything should be exactly where we left it on the last video because this thing hasn't been touched. But what I'm going to be doing, like I said, putting the bearings in, and then we are going to, I'm pretty sure this hood still has its thing open. Hope it still has its shock. Yeah, it's still got it down there. Sweet. Come on. Yeah, look at it. But valve cover, remember we just set all that stuff on, so everything should be in the truck. We're gonna take all this stuff off, which is just sitting on there, and we're gonna put the bearings in, put the cam in, put the cam bolt on, torque down the cam caps, and then put the rockers on, torque those down, and then put the what do they call it, the jakes on, torque those down, put the valve cover on, and then we're taking off the oil pan. And then we're going to check the oilers, and if the oilers are fine, then, and it's still showing low oil pressure, we're just going to run it, because brand new bottom end, brand new bottom end, brand new top end, literally everything has been done to this. So we're just going to run it, if the oilers are fine, at least. But I'm going to go back over here and help Timmy video his little crane job. And then as soon as I get done with that, I'm going to jump on this. I should finish at least the cams today, or the cam bearings, and then I might do the oil pan tomorrow because it's already 1 o'clock. Really don't know. We're going to figure it out. Gotta love it. Look at that cute little bee burn out. So cute. It's adorable. Alright, so this is basically where we left it off. I took off the valve covers and took off the rockers as well. So I'm going to go get a bucket of diesel, and I'm going to dump all the stuff in diesel and get it fairly clean. Because all this right here is extremely dirty, and we do not want that. I'm sure you guys can tell, you know, like, this is dirt. This is not good. It's not good at all. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing every one of these cams, or cam bearings, whatever you can call them. Tom turkeys, whatever you can call them. Injectors, everything else should be good. And I'm pretty sure we're going to adjust the valves. I think they should already be fine. But, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. But I'm going to go ahead and take all these out. And then I'm going to take all these bearings out, which we won't need these because we're not using them. And then I'm going to clean it. Clean her up really good. All the junk. And then I'm going to stick the tube back on, valve cover, and that's it. It's super easy to do. It's beyond easy. I can kind of go step by step with it if you want. Yeah, I'll probably go step by step. Alright, so step 1. Take them out. All right, I've already threw all the bolts in there, but literally got a bucket of diesel. Take the rods, dump them in there, wipe them off a bit. Just take it, you know, rinse it off. Diesel is the best cleaner. I don't care what anyone says. Diesel cleans really good. Like, I love it. All right, nothing else I would use to clean any other parts than diesel. It's oily. It cleans. It's just perfect. Looks like that sucker got hot, didn't it? It feels alright though. There's a little rough right here. That's about it. There's one. And there's two. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do these rockers and these cam caps, and then get ready to put everything back in. All right, guys, Christmas came early, let me tell you. All right, so I was missing 3 rockers on this rocker set for the International, or Kenny's truck, so to speak. I was missing them, and I went up there and asked Dad, and they used a set on something. I don't really remember, but one needed a set. We had a set here, laying here. They're perfect and everything, and then bam, we used it. Anyway, got another set. Look at this. Oh my gosh. All Detroit rockers. Look at that. In a bag. So organized and sexy. God, I love it. I really do. I love it. I don't know about that though. That looks a little beat up, don't it? Well, we might not be as lucky as we thought, guys. Let's take this thing apart and look at the rods, or the rollers on the rockers, because they might be bad. This daggum tape, I never remember electric tape being this stout. Jesus. It's not very big of an indentation, it just looks rough. It's not really rough, but yeah, it'll be fine. All the caps are here. All the caps are there. All right, sweet, perfect. So now I'm going to clean these off and then stick all the bottom bearings in and get the cam. I gotta get the cam. Forgot about that. Cannot forget the cam, guys. Come on, what are you guys doing? Need the darn cam. Ugh. Ugh. And the cam's not in here either. Golly bum. Looks like I'm gonna go find the cam. So this might be the right cam. Pretty sure it is. I mean, the bolt goes through it, so there should be an issue with it. It's 412.7. So I think it'll be alright. So put the bottom bearings in first. I'll show you guys how to do that. I don't have a freaking rag. God dang it. I'll probably walk back over the shop, back over here like 100 times. God dang it. Sucks. It's so irritating when you walk back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. It's so annoying. I hate it. I do it every time though. Or I used to, but I mean, I got the toolbox. I got, I think, all the tools I need. But then I don't have any of the tools I need. Like, it's just, I don't know. Alright, so first things first, wipe this hole down. You don't want any oil right there. So get it nice and clean. Sure, no dirt. No dirt. Just make sure there ain't no oil between the bearing and the head. If that makes sense. No oil at all. Alright, then you want to see where this little key keeper is. So you're going to have that pointing towards the passenger side, or whichever side that the keeper is on. I don't know if you can even see it because my phone is kind of blurry. Maybe it'll focus on it. I'll show you on the next one. That little keeper needs to go in that hole, and then you're fine. So let's grab another one. So see that little hole right there? There's the keeper. And all you do is just take it and roll it in. And you do all of them the exact same way. Super easy. Just take your time with it. Don't get in a hurry. I have a problem with getting in a hurry and having to take it all back apart because of one little darn seal or something. I have a very big issue with that. Take your time, put them in there. It's nothing special, it's pretty easy. Now, once you got them all in there and looking all nice and pretty, you're gonna take some oil and just pour it on there a little bit. Don't be scared of it. They're all good and soaked and wet with oil. Get that back there. Perfect. There's the bottom. Now I'm gonna set that cam in there and then put the cam caps on. Alrighty, let me tell you guys, if you lift up one of these darn big truck cams, they're pretty darn heavy. So if you're over here, you know, you got to manage your way up without trying to get it dirty again. This is just where my hand was. But this dang thing's pretty dang heavy. But anyway, I got it set down. It's all oiled up and everything. Sliding around real easy, see? So that means it's oiled really good. But there's a little keeper in here. I don't know if you guys see it, a little keeper. So you cannot mess up the timing in this thing. So that keeper slides into this gear, and that's how this thing automatically gets timed. All you gotta do is pull it up in that gear, and then that cam bolt goes in the front, and then you got 3 little bolts that go into the rocker, or not the rocker, the cam bearing. You'll see there's one that goes in here. Actually, there's one that goes into the rocker, and then one that goes onto the head. Pulls that gear tight, pulls this football gasket right here tight, so you won't, you know, obviously be leaking oil. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the cam caps on, and remember, your cam caps are numbered. So, yeah, make sure to remember that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put those things on. I'm gonna wipe off the top of that cam real quick, and then I'm gonna put them on. Pretty easy. It'd be a lot easier if I had a little person handing me stuff, but it's all right. It'll get done. Just taking my time, doing it right. All right, so how I do these to top the cams. I put the oil on top of the cam. See how it's all old and greased and beloved. Make sure everything's clean. And then take your cam cap and sit her on top. And there you go. That's how you do those. I've already did all these. I'm waiting to do this front one because I got to get some Permatex. It's always good to throw a layer of Permatex up here just because, like I said, these detorts are very common for leaking up here because of that football gasket. And it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, let's do it. So we got all them on. Now, go get some Permatex, finish putting that on, and I'm going to put the cam bolt in, and then I'm going to get those 3 bolts. There's one that goes to the head and then to the cam cap. All right, you might be able to see them. I don't really know though. Might be 3 bolts back there. This cam bolt, there should be 3 bolts, and that's all. Pretty easy, pretty simple. All right, so I got put on something else. Why did I get really put on something else? I kind of volunteered, but my truck, the Kenny truck, the one I'm working on, needs a valve adjustment, and no one's really helped me turn over the motor, which I don't really care. Like I said, this water pump needs changed tonight. This truck's got to be gone by 12 o'clock tonight. It's already like, I think 7 or something, but needs a water pump. The water pump went out, and if you guys watch Timmy's channel, you'll probably know. And let me tell you, you are the Hulk if you can get one of these dang things out, because it's always this darn dipstick is in the way, and they're always hard to get out. Either stuck, scared you're going to strip it or something. And then you got this darn little hose up there. It's a piece of junk right there. It's just a big old mess, but I got it out. Tomorrow we're going to adjust the valves and see if I put a thing together right, which I'm pretty positive I did. I don't see why there would be an issue. Like I said, there's a water pump, piece of junk. Take it. Save the antifreeze because that stuff was expensive. And yep, there you go. So I'm gonna walk over here, let this car pass, and we're gonna walk over here. Why does there have to be cars? Always a car or something. Alright, now we can walk over here. Timmy's working on his little crane, trying to figure out a way to do everything. So I don't doubt him. You know, I would be super nervous. I'd be kind of terrified to do any of that, honestly. I'd be scared. Like, ooh, that wouldn't be good. But I got all the rockers torqued down. I figured out I about made a mistake because these little pinholes right here are the block offs. They got to be facing each other. So I about made that mistake. And then I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm glad. Forgot his name. I always forget his name. I can never remember his name. New shop informant. I don't know what his name is. He moved down here or something. But these right here. So I was going to put in one of these and a round one. I don't know where the round one's at. I'll put it in there. But sweet little time with this thing because I want it done right. So it's got all the round ones. These are facing each other. And then this is that number 4 I was talking about where the two come together. But like I said, all we got to do is adjust the valves and put the cover on this thing, and then it will be done. All right, we're about to head home. Woo, I love it. It's a little warm, heck yeah. It's awesome. Look at that, no engine lights or anything. I'm telling you, this sucker is awesome. All original, super clean. I love it. I'm gonna have to get an oil change soon. Instead of having Advance do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the good stuff in here. And I'll be leaving the good stuff. You like the little horse. And then you got Mach 1. And you got a daggum shifter. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Let's get out of here. I don't know if you guys can hear it through the phone, but I want to tell you, I can ride this thing all day without the music. All day. Make sure I don't hit the trailer or anything. Alright, let's see it first. Just gonna need a bath. I don't know if you guys can tell. It was raining on me yesterday. Oh. Raining on me hard. That was when I was working at my old job, old Dynasty Spas. That place sucked. Just gotta take the e-brake off. Let's see here. No cars coming. Sweet. Guys, one thing I love about this thing, it loves some high RPMs. Like the power band, so to speak, don't even kick in until about like 35 forward. Like I absolutely love it. Because I love running some high RPMs. I love it. Trying not to, show everyone I'm videoing. This thing is freaking awesome. So like what? And it kicks in right there. Then she comes on. So my girl though, I'll never get rid of this thing. Just because of the mental value it has. Let's see what this guy's doing. back to shop. I'm going to uncover this valve cover, or not uncover it. I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to adjust the valves, throw everything back together, and it'll be done. I'm going to have Nick help me turn the motor over by this little pulley right here. That right there, it is connected to a gear inside the case. So this thing is always spinning no matter what, which, I mean, yeah, it goes to the AC compressor. And then there's a little switch in here that kicks the AC compressor on and off. That right there always spins, and it's connected like to the motor, like it has gears in it and everything, and like that'll move it. If you try to turn it with the alternator, so I'll see why you would. The belt would probably just slip. Yeah, so on and so on. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Get ready to adjust them. Alrighty, guys. I got a little oil on my camera. I can't really wipe it off because I got oil all over me. Anyway, I've got all these, what do you want to call it? Adjusted, so to speak. Yeah, so all of them have the white on it. They're good. There's 3 of them I didn't put white on it because I dropped the marker and I didn't feel like getting down and go get it. But I did do them. This all looks great. Now I'm going to go get the Jakes and put them on and valve cover and then start it up, see what she does. All right, guys, so one thing that you do with these 2-piece valve covers, it makes life so much easier, is that put the first 2 Jakes on and leave the back one off. I'm telling you, if you do not leave the back one off, because this firewall, you are going to have a buttload of trouble, even if you can get it out, honestly. But definitely do not forget that. I always forget all the time. I torque down these 3, and I have to end up taking the back one off because I got to put that darn valve cover on. So put the valve cover, then the Jake. Makes life so much easier. Alrighty, we got everything hooked up. Everything, Jake's run. I'm leaving the front cover off for one specific reason. Because I'm on the slow that back a little bit. For one specific reason, because I'm going to start it and make sure it has a little pressure before I put all this stuff back together. Slide back a little bit. Little turd. Here we go, guys. All the gauges. Moment of truth. About 50 right now. RPM. Looks like that's 60. Well, guys, I'm gonna be honest. When this thing built air, and it kind of, like, you know, when built, like, trucks have air brakes, right? But when this thing built air, like, it kind of jerked a little bit. Honestly, it scared the crap out of me. Like, I was sitting on that tire. Woo! I thought I was gonna go into 2 pieces. Woo! That's scary. So we're gonna go over here and talk to Dad, see what Dad has to say. And 60 pounds. I mean, that's not bad. We was planning for like 80. I mean, it should be 80. There's no reason it shouldn't be. Alrighty, so we ran into another issue. So I put this thing all together, started it up, still doing the same thing. But on that video, the this rocker, or this rod of rockers, was not oiling the springs. So there's little holes at the end of these rockers right here, and oil comes through them and oils the valve spring and everything. So we're either thinking that that rod could have some Permatex in it or something, from where I Permatex that thingamajig to the thingamajig so it don't leak, or we got something blocking the oil flow from the head, or from the head to the block. Alrighty, so right there's the oil sending unit. That's what your oil pressure reads on. It goes all the way up here under to that right there. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that out. I got every size I might need. I don't really know what size that is. But we're gonna take it out, and then we're gonna get an air hose and blow it through it and see if the air comes out of that hole. If it does, sweet. If it don't, then we got a massive issue. There we go. She's coming out. Yeah, my camera's super dirty. Sorry about that. Make sure this is not going to come off like it just did. Dadgummit. Crap. Be super careful. Oh, I dropped it again. Son of a gun. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning that out because I'm sure the smallest dirt will stop at that little beeline. Now we're just gonna get air hose. Alrighty guys, so that'll be it for this video. I'm probably gonna do a part 2. There probably won't be much of the part 2, so to speak. It'll just be a little bit of the truck in the next video, if that makes sense. But I appreciate you guys watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's taken me a minute to get used to videoing again, so bear with me, if you know what I mean. But like I said before, I'm pretty sure I said it, but I'm going to start putting at least 2 videos out a week, and I'm going to stay consistent. I know I kind of just dropped off. Like I said, I wasn't really in a happy place, if that makes sense. Like, I was arguing with people and this and that. Like, I just wasn't very happy. Then I had a massive break, and I honestly really learned how crappy other places can be. Like, factories, they're terrible. They're just filled with a bunch of druggies, which, I mean, I understand if people get addicted, this and that, but it's just really bad. But they suck. I tried McDonald's out for the first time. Like, as soon as I quit, I tried McDonald's out. I didn't like it. That was not where I wanted to be at all. Like, I hate fast food. I will never go to it again. And factories are definitely not my thing. It wasn't bad. It was just the people that was there was just not, it was just not a healthy environment, if that makes sense, which I'm very thankful for it. And I plan on just working my butt off. And I realized now when I start working, like, I'm happy. Like, I love it. I didn't realize how much I loved it when I quit, if that makes sense, like how awesome it is. But now that I quit, like, I noticed how much I missed it. And then as soon as I started back, it was awesome. Like I said, look, Paris over there staring at me through the window. It's weird. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be posting another one, finishing that up. I'll be changing the oil in my car, and hopefully there is nothing going to be wrong with it, like in the oil, so to speak. Because when I do start it up in the morning, it has like kind of a knock, so to speak. It just wears the crap out of me. It really does. But I'll see you guys on the next one.